All right, and I think I am live. Good afternoon, everybody. Bella Rose, how you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. The Queen of Buffalo has arrived. Hello, Susie. How are you, babe? Nice to see you. Happy Monday, everybody. If there is such a thing on planet Earth as a happy Monday, and I'm very happy to see all of you. Hello, Vicky. Nice to see you today. We're going to make some bread. Hey, Michelle. Charla, 23 Casey. Nice to see you. Hello, Eddie. We're going to have a little bit of fun today. I'm going to try to make it as compact as possible. Wait a couple minutes to see who rolls in. Yeah, hit that like button. I like to start my dough the night before. Reason being is it gives a much deeper flavor to what you're going to bake. It doesn't mean that you make the entire loaf of bread. You start with what's called a pulish, a very wet dough, a few cups of flour, maybe 3 cups of water, and it makes almost like a batter with a little bit of yeast and a little bit of salt. You let that sit overnight, and then you work more flour into it the next day. Let it rises overnight. You come in, you punch it down, you reform it into a dough ball, and then you let it rise again, punch it down, rise again. The more you let it rise, the springier it'll get, and the better gluten. So let me say hi to everybody. John Carling, nice to see you. No, I think it's I think I'm just brown. Hi, Sunny girl. How are you? No, I'm just having a glass of water here. We're going to talk about a couple hacks of what distinguishes a regular loaf of bread from a really fine artisan loaf of bread, and it's all about the technique that you use. If you like, hey G, if you like the kind of bread like I do, that has big holes in it and to hold the butter, and it's got a nice crust on the outside and it's very soft on the inside. That's your typical ciabatta bread, which really means slipper in Italian. And if you're not used, hi Cheryl, if you're not used to working with a soft, wet dough, it's about technique. You don't want to add too much flour to this recipe. You don't want to depress and push out too much of the pockets that have already formed in it. So it's all about technique. So I started it the night before. A couple cups of flour, maybe 3 cups of lukewarm water, some yeast, about a half a teaspoon of yeast. You only need a little bit. It's going to work overnight. And a little bit of salt, cover it up, let it rise overnight, and it'll be good the next day. I add a little bit of flour to start to build up the density of it, but it's still a very lively, very loose dough. Thank you. I think it's just the daylight here, so glad to see you all today. That's hack number 1. If you're not used to working with a wet dough, get used to it. You have the best products that come out of that. It's a little harder to work by hand, but it makes an excellent loaf. It's not going to be your highest rising loaf, but it's going to be one with plenty of pockets in it, and it's going to be very tasty because you started it the night before, and it allowed it to ferment or impart good flavor in it overnight. Yeah, there's a 30-second, there's always a 30-second delay. Number 2, probably many of you have never baked bread, at least initially, for 10 minutes at 800 degrees Fahrenheit or as high as your oven goes. I have a Fisher Paykel 5-burner stove with a convection fan in it. It goes up to 800 degrees, and that initial heat for baking bread is critical. Most loaves you're going to put it in at 350. It takes its time rising, but it's never going to get its full spring or achieve its full majesty of size and everything unless you are used to working on high heat, only for a short period of time to allow it to get that yeast to go into an orgy frenzy of final blow off before they bid farewell, and then we lower the temperature down to about 400 and cook it off the rest of the day. That is the first hack. Get used to the high temperatures of bread baking, number one. Number two, I want to delay the crust forming as long as possible, and to do that, commercial bakers use what's called steam injection in their ovens. Hot steam is put in. And what that does, that steam, is it slows the formation of the crust and allows for maximum oven spring. If you don't have that steam, the crust will form quickly. It'll form a shell over the bread and it'll stop the rise in its tracks. Well, I don't have a steam injected oven, but when I turned on when I turned on the oven, I put a skillet on the bottom of the oven floor. And when I go to put the bread in, I'm going to put about 3 cups of ice cubes into there. They're going to hit that hot skillet and they are going to steam. That's going to create a lot of steam. I'm also going to spray with an atomizer the loaf before it goes in, and that's going to help achieve some of that wetness too. I'm also going to do a little bit of an egg wash, whipping up an egg a little bit and then brushing that on, so we have a good golden flavor. Thank you. Been getting a little bit of sun and out yesterday shooting in Healdsburg. Karen Smith, how are you? Nice to see you. So let's get to it. The thing we got to do now is we have to let this get through its next rise. So we have to kick out the bread on the counter here. And I'm going to grab my flour, a little bit of flour here, and I'm going to flour the counter here. Down here. I'm sorry I don't have a wide enough angle here, but I made sure to clean my counter really well today. Push that back anymore. I'm going to pop a little flour down here on top, just like so. And now I'm going to take my dough and I'm going to loosen it from the side there, and I'm going to drop it down on the counter, and you can see it's a very loose consistency here. I've got Bella Rose, the beautiful Italian queen, out there, and I know she makes a good loaf of bread. And I don't have to do a lot for this. It's already got good shape. I'm just going to tuck it up underneath. It'll kind of form the size of a slipper here. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to spray this. Let me get my spray here. A little spray down so we don't have any stickage on here. I'm going to transfer it. I haven't kneaded it at all because I don't want it to lose any of its bubbles, the pockets that are already inside there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Get a little more flour on here, shaping that up. Don't worry if it spreads a little bit, that's exactly what it's supposed to do. Now we're just going to cover this for a while, giving me a chance to chat with you guys. We're going to let this do its final. We'll spray a little bit on top. We're going to grab, I'm getting a piece of plastic here, the wrap. I'm going to lay that right over top. I'm going to leave that on the heat right there to rise for about 15 or 20 minutes or so. I'm going to clean off the counter. All right. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's healthy. Thinking about Dave today. His mom had knee replacement surgery. So shout out to, hope everything went well with that. All right. Well, it's heavy and it's dense, but it's a very fluid loaf. It's very, you could almost pour it. Okay, I mean that's the key. So we're going to set our timer for about 20 minutes, and then the show is going to begin. Hey, Ontario chick, long time no see. I'm doing good, thank you. What an honor to see you in here. One of my great Canadian friends here from Ontario. So happy to have so many Canadians that I know. And my UK pals too, Karen, right? So we're going to let that go a bit. So I think that's the difference. What you're also going to need is a very sharp knife. In baking in France and Paris, they use what's called the lame, which is really a razor blade that's put on the end of a stick, and they use that to score the loaves to give some break lines to help it open up or flour when it bakes. So it's a very important thing to do. You're going to need a cup to get some ice in it. We're going to create that steam. Other than that, it's very, 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 very simple. So yeah, I have been really good, staying safe, staying kind of low key in Vancouver. Awesome, another great city. I'm about 15-20 minutes into editing the video. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of goofed off a bit this morning. Yeah, the recipes are I love a good bread recipe, Ontario chick. There's just nothing like it. I'm going to have a little bit of spaghetti tonight, and I'm going to have some of this loaf, and that's going to it's comfort food. It's the ultimate comfort food. A great loaf of bread. To be able to pull that out and slice that, or toast it in the morning, or have it as a side with spaghetti. There's nothing like it in the world to just lift your spirits, put your napkin on, and go to town. Sunny Girl says, I keep it neat. I actually have been working very hard around here. I put the coffee thing into the dishwasher today, the pot, and been doing a lot of cleanup and getting rid of a lot of stuff around here just to try to streamline the place. But if you're going to be a regular baker like I am, and I'm baking every week, sometimes twice a week, then you have to, especially in this is a very small kitchen here, and I can't have the counters all filling up with tchotchkes and junk here. I just don't have that luxury of a big kitchen. I guess it's about I don't know, maybe 10 feet wide. This kitchen, it's not real wide, so I need to maximize all of my space. Now I did splurge on a good oven, and I splurged on a good refrigerator. I splurged on a good Bosch dishwasher, okay? Because if I buy it, I want to buy it once, and I want it to be a top of the line restaurant quality unit. This particular stove has the extra burner in the middle that fits a wok very nicely. I like to cook Chinese food. I do a lot of things in the wok, so it's an excellent addition. Also, as I mentioned, having that convection fan in there that keeps the heat even throughout, so you don't have those hot spots. I have to clean while I bake. I have to bake about, oh man. Oh, that's more than me. I'll tell you what, Ontario chick, that's more than me. But I've always been a clean as I go, because I don't like to get the end of something and then see, God, look at this mess that I've got to tear through. So I've always been a clean as I go. Yeah, it's a great stove. I've had it about maybe 8 years now, and it's performed flawlessly. It doesn't have all the gigs and You know, it's got a very rudimentary timer, but we know most people in restaurants, when they use a full kitchen staff, they're going to have a pastry chef who understands time, understands coordinating items that are in the oven, and they really don't use timers. They're always on that station and watching what's going on. I'm going to just do a quick clean on this dough bowl. I'll show you guys. I love this dough bowl. It's a really big serving bowl, I guess you would call it. But it's Pyrex. And it was only like $5 or something like that. I couldn't believe it a couple of years ago. Really nice big one, nice glass. I washed all my tea towels and things today. I like to have things clean in the kitchen. I don't like to go to restaurants and places that the kitchen's dirty as can be. And I always try to take a little peek in the door. There's nothing more disheartening to be in the bathroom washing your hands before dinner and an employee comes in and out and doesn't wash her hands after using the bathroom, and you think to yourself, should I just walk out now? So cleanliness is very important, especially if you're baking for family and loved ones. So that's a really nice bowl. I use that for, hey Kiwana, I use that for all my dough rising and things like that. So I'm going to put this away. All right. Glass top convection. I love the oven, but I hate the glass top. Hey, we're going to do an Italian loaf today. We're doing a ciabatta bread. Nice to see you, Kiwana. Beauty, how are you? So, you know, 20 years ago they didn't have to teach food safe handling for restaurants. Now you have to be certified in that. People knew, you know, people learned, I guess, did a lot more cooking at their mother's side or father's side. And learn the importance of being clean, washing your hands, not cross-contaminating things. But I guess so much of that stuff is lost. Mandy says, I haven't used an oven in years. All about the air fryer and toast oven. Nothing wrong with that, whatever gets you through the day. I just literally don't have room for the counter space for that. I like to be very streamlined. I did use the KitchenAid mixer this morning with the dough hook. I have the Professional 600, which is a very good unit. Just to let that knead, when I added more flour this morning to get not a firm one, but a medium firm batter dough. I use that to kind of work a little bit. Okay, thank you, Ontario Chick. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming by. Great to see you, and stay safe up there in the great province of Ontario. Beautiful place. So we're letting this rise a little bit. I did spray the top of it. Want to make sure this doesn't stick. Just have that very covered loosely. Hi Tammy, how are you doing, sweetheart? There she is, the Tammy girl. The pride of Oklahoma. Nice to see you, honey. One of my outstanding moderators on the channel. And if you're coming in, thank you, sweetie. I guess I maybe look better in daylight than at night. So. Plus, I've been getting a lot of sun, doing a lot of outdoor video shooting and things. Going to be in the oven. That kills any germs. Plus, it's usually just me. That's fine. If it's just for you, you have immunity to your own, you know, you have a high degree of immunity, but the lesson is there, right? The lesson is there, okay? People observe you. You think when Boss and Janet and Bobby come over, they're not just keeping half an eye to see, especially Janet, what's going on, right? So you have a high standard. Having a toothache, oh no! Oh, there's nothing worse than a toothache or an earache. Thank you, Karen. I've been getting some sun, doing what I can locally. I've been working on the yesterday's travel, putting that together. So that's fun work. That's fun work. You know, I should make a cookbook or something. Glad to see you happy. I may do in 2021. My goal is to start creating photo books and things like that of travels, and I may put together a book of my favorite recipes: lemon meringue pie, ciabatta bread, some of the things that I've been lucky enough to have turn out well. Oh, thank you, Karen. Some of the time. Some of the time. Yeah, my cats are so judgmental. I see that side eye. Exactly, Susie. Your cats know what the heck is going on. I'm telling you, they're looking too. How's that food bowl? Food bowl clean, that water bowl? Jeez. Hey, Jay Holly, how you doing? You ready for some bread? So we got about 10 more minutes of waiting for this to do its final rise. I'm going to get a bowl out, and I'm going to put an egg here, crack an egg. That I'm going to beat that a little bit. I'll make a little egg wash. Or as you people that weren't born in Baltimore would say, egg wash. Ooh, that just doesn't roll off my tongue. Crack that. Throw this away. I'm creating an egg wash. Yeah, God forbid. Bread time. Yeah, I think another stimulus is coming your way, Eddie. I think another stimulus is coming your way. You want to break the membrane on this so it spreads good. All right. All good. Wash my hands again. Yeah, cats are cool. I've had I grew up kind of with a cat. I had a cat years ago when I first moved to California. Yeah, do a calendar with photography. That's a great idea, Lynn. I'd really like. That's a really great idea. You know, to create something like that. A lot of photographers create what's called photo books. Like if they spend a couple weeks in New York City, they'll take their best 30 or 40 photos and they'll put them in and do a little write-up, and you know, they're nice to have. They're nice coffee table books. But a calendar is really a great idea. Calendar is really a great idea. That's excellent. Something like that. Something where you actually give people value for supporting. This is how I drink my water, zero water. I use one of these. It just does a great job. Trying to get away from sodas and diet sodas and things like that. Sorry about last night. On the other, I was rude, and your channel is not the place for drama. Or no problem, Golden. Yeah, I just you know, it's nothing to you in particular. I value coming in, but it's taken quite a while for you know, to get things that people now know they can come to a place where they're not going to have you know, because there's channels that you can do that. There's a lot of them out there that people can go to and tear up and cut up and do it, but it's just not my cup of tea to do that. Life is too short, and once you cranked it up with somebody, you can go on and on and on and on. Hey, Hi Watch, how are you? Nice to see you. Yeah, I like a soda one. I'm gonna have a little regular Sprite in a little bit. We got about 5 more minutes. This is spread really nicely. Again, on here, it's gonna create a nice loaf. I got the fan is kicking out the heat here, so you make a little fun. Couldn't miss the hey, Gina. How you doing, beautiful? Couldn't miss the ciabatta bread. How you doing, baby doll? Nice to see you, my girl. I hope you're doing well. Cyanide, CC. I hope you're doing good. Hope you are doing good. Kind of a nice, peaceful place. Oh, thank you, Golden. And you're always welcome here. Okay. You know, I appreciate you being here. But you know, nighttime, if I go live, we range all over the place talking about current topics. I don't know if you guys saw that silver was up $1.50 an ounce, 24.50, gone through the roof. Gold's getting ready to crest over 2,000. So that's the hot topic. Hey, Monica, how are you? I'm sorry, Gina. Well, Gina's been sick. I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. Hope it's not the COVID or anything like that. So I hope you're feeling better. So yeah, you're always welcome, Golden. You know, it's I always find out that you get back what you put out. So if you want to have just like a good time and no drama, you'll eventually keep attracting more and more people that enjoy that type of chat. Yeah, I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better. And Golden, no worries. And if you just come in, thumbs up are most appreciated today. As we get closer to go time, 800 degrees. 800, yeah, you heard it right. And I have a baking stone that this pan's going to sit on top of. It's going to be a heat bonanza in there when that hits. So I can't. Okay, Angus, no worries. You got a kitty. It must be the day of cats today. I've already had this rise overnight. Add some flour this morning. Do a little bit of kneading with the mixer. Let it rise, punched it down, let it rise again, punched it down, and then brought it in here to form into the loaf so that gluten becomes nice and stretchy. Okay, yeah, it's hot, but that's the temperature you want to start. There's a reason they cook pizzas at 800 degrees and higher, and Italian bakeries and things use very high heat initially to give that big oven spring for about 10 minutes or so, and then they back the heat off. Yeah, this is a Fisher Paykel. It's a restaurant. No, I said I'm making a ciabatta bread, but the same principle. If I'm making pizza, I want very high heat when that hits that. I want that crust to bubble and be nice and brown. Get a little bit of char on it. It's good. You can say it's been 800 Fahrenheit. It's been comfortable here. I don't even think it's 80 degrees here. Yeah, well, just as high as you can. Craig, put the metal pedal to the metal. Crank that oven up. Woo! That's it. I just turned that dial all the way over. It's a heat extravaganza in there. It's going to be a yeast party. Yeah, thank you, Karen. Thank you. And yeah, I appreciate that. Nothing against any other chats, but we got to do things the way we like to do it. That most agrees with the way that we like to do things. And plus, I did panels for a lot of years, and toaster ovens blushing. Whiskey. Oh no, whiskey girl. La Chica's baking peanut butter cookies. All right. Yeah, Fisher Paykel. Oh, thank you, thank you, sweetie. Okay, it looks like it's go time here, guys. So we're gonna pop off this. Try not to fondle the loaf too much. Okay. We're going to bring it over here, kind of tuck in the bottom slightly. Okay, we've got our egg that's been whipped a little bit. We're going to brush it on top here. It's going to give a nice finish to it. Sometimes I take it out a second time with about 10 minutes to go, depending on how I want the crust to be. If I want a very thick crust. Okay, that's brushed down very well. Right there. Now, be careful with the knife. I'm going to give 3 scores. And that's going to give some expansion points. Oh boy, you can see that there. That's going to give some expansion points. I don't know why that's so hard to see. But I have 3 vertical slices. I'm going to go in again. Brush a little more, make sure that they're open. Alright, now I'm going to get my ice cubes. I'm going to get about 3 cups of ice cubes here. Remember, I have a hot skillet in the bottom of the oven. This is going to create the steam. Okay, that's a good 3 cups. Now, I'm going to give this one more little brush here. Just real good. Okay, now I'm going to give it a spray. Hey, Tess! Yeah, I would choose bread over sweet stew. How you doing, Del? Going to give that a real good spray. I want to do this quickly because I don't want to lose the heat. 800 degrees. Here we go. Drop the ice cube. You can hear that steam. Woo! And we're going to give that about 10 minutes. Let's make sure our fan is on. Hey, Kim, how are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I love to throw the ice cubes in, that sizzle of... Now, what's happening now is that heat is hitting that loaf, and that's sending that yeast into a frenzy of reproduction and explosive growth at the end here. And the steam is helping to slow the formation of the crust, so we have maximum oven spring down there, okay? Yeah, the ice cubes. That's the part of it, Craig. I'm going to keep this on the side if I want to do another coating of that. I'm done with the spray bottle. I don't reopen and keep spraying and all that. Nice to see you, Tess. Put that away. I finally worked today. Remember, I would have all these charging cords and crap over here. Today I created a charging station in the pantry on the shelf, so I was able to move all that crap off of there. Let me get my lunch. I got a few Ritz crackers. I just heard that pan boom bend down there. So those yeast are going out in a blaze of glory right now. Careful, cyanide cupcake, you're turning me on. Cat on my lap. This is exciting and scientific baking. Thank you, Wildflower. Hey, Kev, how you doing? Cajun Kev, nice to see you. The ice cube trick, you're trying to mimic what professional bakeries, bread bakeries, do with having steam injected ovens. They actually hook up water lines, and under pressure they atomize and spray it in there for the first 5 minutes or so to prevent the crust from forming, so that they get the maximum size out of the loaf. Hey, hey, there's my girl. How you doing, honey? There's Alpine Gulch, my Lifesaver from Cheyenne, Wyoming. How you doing, beautiful? I still want to get out to Cheyenne. You don't have to call me for nothing. There's nothing you can't do, Tess. Got an outstanding channel. Golden State, I can't believe it's Monday again. Good to see you. How about cooking with cyanide cupcake, huh? Nice to see you, Alpine. What a treat to see you here. I hope you're staying well in Wyoming there. We'll be going back to the Alpine Inn for another steak. I won't lose my keys this time. Oh, your daughter's having a baby. Wow. Well, cyanide, you don't even look old enough to have a kid. I know. I can't wait to get back there. It's probably going to be the fall, which will be better. It was hot as blazes last time, but we'll have some fun. Yeah, I want to continue to explore the food scene around there too. Yep. You're welcome, Monica. So we're about 5 minutes in. Resist opening that oven for the first 5 minutes. You might create a vacuum that'll pull the loaf down, and well, it will not re-rise again. 43. Baby, you're right in my wheelhouse. Dang, Mouse Toes was in here celebrating a great grandson. Can you believe it? Thank you, Golden. Choc chips, want a cookie. I want to do a cookie. Yeah, that would be a hit. I'll put you in the bikini and I'll be your coach. I'll stir behind you. Hot crusty piece of bread dripping with garlic butter and a salad on the side. That sounds good. I'm gonna have some spaghetti tonight. I haven't made a loaf of bread in months, so. Cooking with Gina. Cyanide cupcake. Kiss my cyanide lips. Thank you, 2 polls. Good to see you. Yeah, let's see if we can get it to 50 thumbs. That would be great. Oh, that sounds good, Kev. Andouille sausage and pieces of bacon. That does sound damn good. That does sound off the hook. That sounds great. Kev does it Cajun style. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've always had a mouth that's too big for my face and eyes that are too big for my face. Yeah, one dangerous kiss goodnight. Come on, make up your mind. There ain't no way you're 51, baby. No way. Oh yeah, I thought you. Okay, yeah. Thank you. She thought I was saying she's 51. It's like. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. So I should have the video out tomorrow. If all goes well, the editing's gone pretty good. A lot of stores sell it fully cooked. You just need to reheat it. That sounds pretty good. Thank you. I think it's just a change of light. Plus, I've gotten a lot of sun on me this year. Hey Noreen, early live stream. Yep, I said last night I would be baking some bread. Somebody said, I'd like to have a good bake of loaf of bread. And I thought, bing! I've not baked a loaf of bread in months. And I don't have any bread here. Thank you, Tess. Thank you, sweetie. I don't have any bread in the house, so it's going to be a treat for me tonight. All right, 10 minutes. Now we're going to knock it down to 400 degrees. It looks beautiful. It looks kind of like a torpedo, rounded on the top and the bottom. I back the heat off. I'm going to reset it for a minute. Turn that off for a second. There we go. I'm going to run her out. That looks really good. I'm going to run her out to about 30 more minutes on that. That should do the trick. Hey Jersey girl, how are you? Yeah, the bread's already in the oven. It was going at 800 degrees for the first 10 minutes. I've now backed it off to about 425 degrees for about, we're going to take a look at it in another 20 minutes or so, okay? Yeah, I do have butter. I got plenty of butter, yeah. I'm embarrassed to say the apple pie is gone. The apple pie is gone. Yeah, plenty of butter. This place is fueled on butter. It's a comfortable day today here. Comfortable day today. Love some homemade bread. Nothing like it. Scrapping Irish. How you doing, sweetie? I like the scrapping Irish. Bam. Ian Bigora from a Galway Bay gal to you. Welcome aboard. I know it's gone. I had it for breakfast. I'd have a piece for dinner. This oven goes up to 800 degrees. 800 degrees. It's important to have that high heat initially hit it there. Oh, yeah, that's a nice looking loaf. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey Cindy, how you doing, sweetie? Now remember, this is not a loaf that's going to vertically rise a lot. This is a flat. This is why they call it a slipper in Italian, ciabatta, because it's a flatter sort of bread. So it's not your traditional loaf that you're going to put in a loaf pan. It's free sitting there on the pan. It's a great pizza oven. Yep, I've made pizza before. Yep. I got good airflow. I've got good airflow through here. I got the front door open, the back, and I'm standing right by the window here, and it's breezy out today. Friday I might try to get up to the Russian River and bounce around the water a little bit. I think it's supposed to be about 90. Do a little tubing. That could be fun to go up there for a couple hours. Anything, and you got the right equipment. Yeah, I'm a very basic baker though. I like things very. I don't use mixers for cake. I do things by everything. I try to do by hand. Baking a bread is a good way to just get in touch with the feel-good factor these days. Hey Jacob, how you doing? A few more things to clean up here. shape. Keep that on the side in case I use a little more of that. Bounce around. Something in the oven with Rosie. Something in the oven, I know. There's bread baking in the oven. Don't you want to give it a go? Ooh. It smells so fine and dandy. That Rosie girl's so handy. She can bake a pie to make you cry and make some bread if you're glad you're not dead. Oh my, Karen. Came out, the only thing it was good for was to open a door stop. If I'd guess would say if it was crappy too, yeah, exactly. Yeah, but we won't go there. Encore. Song stylings. We. Jess, I'm going to make a song for your channel, huh? The Pennsylvania girl. She can cook. She's got that mid-Atlantic accent there, that Pennsylvania, Maryland. Got it. That's my home girl there. That's my home girl. Chess, how did you learn to, are you self-taught or do you have any training? Did you grow up in a house with cooking and baking? You seem like you might be like a farmstead or a homestead type of person or something like that. Hey Harvey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm running early. I'm only, gee Harvey, it's only 11:30 at night over there, right? Yep, Billie Holiday, Babe Ruth. Cooking is fun. It's a skill set like any other. Oh, that loaf is looking good. That loaf is looking good. This is like I haven't made like a naan bread or a pita bread. That would be kind of fun to make. I like naan bread. The Indian stuff, they're just a flat bread. They just throw it down in the round cylinder thing, slap it against the wall. That's really good. Self-taught. My mom died when I had to learn click. I love to cook. Well, it shows. It shows. You deliver nothing but excellence, Tess. Yeah, Nancy Pelosi. Welcome to Baltimore. East Coast version. The East Coast. Yeah, this is the East Coast version. Noreen's like, God, no way I can keep up till 1 a.m. in the morning. Welcome back, Cyanide Cupcake. Hey Sammy, how are ya? UK Sammy. Need my Rosie fix from the UK. Yeah, naan bread. I love that. I like to scoop up the sauce and pick up, instead of a fork, they just use that to eat with. In India, there's really not much in the way of utensils and things, so that flat bread is really the bomb. smell it for it does it. Oh, you're a baker by trade. How about that? Awesome. Are you a commercial baker? Are you an artisan baker? Yeah, non, thank you. Yeah, it's the education channel. I like that bread. I haven't made pita bread before. I haven't made naan bread, but this Friday night, no, Saturday in Kitchen Stadium, I'm going to make corn fritters reminiscent of the Peter Pan Inn in Urbana, Maryland, near Frederick, one of my greatest memories. I don't remember a lot of other stuff except there were peacocks around the restaurant. It was huge. 1961 Mother's Day, they served 3,100 meals at that place. But the corn fritters, family style dining. The sickness is weird because my throat not being. Well, I hope you don't have the cornholio. I hope you don't have the cornholio, Cece. Just take it easy, drink a lot of fluids, and wow. The channel for jellies for my nerdy stuff. There's nothing nerdy about you, honey. Haven't had Indian food in years. Loved it though. The thing I like about Indian food is they'll work in a lot of vegetarian dishes, and I'm expanding my eating horizons to get in more things. I used to work in a store bakery, bread, bun. Okay, good. Italian kitchen. You could have a cooking show and watch it always. Thank you, Lino. Hey, Taurus. I don't even get it from, there's so many basic recipes for creating the ciabatta, the wet dough that goes into it, that I'm just concentrating more on the technique of how to produce it. Yeah, you're on from a naan, it's basically an Indian flatbread. Okay, maybe it's not just flatbread. This stuff is amazing. It's soft and, yeah, it's more than that. It's good. Rhonda, how you doing? It's good. Yeah, no more whiskey. You might be dehydrated from the hard drinking, hard loving woman there. 41. I bet it's not even 80 degrees right now. Breezy and breezy and comfy. We got about 10 minutes, and that'll be the first 20 minutes of the set. That's looking good. It's looking good. Yeah, I heard another stimulus might be on the way. That would be great. Thank you, Sammy. Hey, Chef, how you doing? I feel like I'm keeping pretty good. Naan makes good quick pizzas too. Nice to see you, Chef. Yeah, I don't even think it's 80 here today. It's going to be warm by Friday. It'll be nice and hot. Nothing but rain all day here. Yeah, it'll be $1,200. Yep. Cyanide, like it's hotter than hell here. Why don't you give the boys a treat, CC, and head down to the creek there? All right. Get on your hot G-string bikini and head on down to the banks of the creek there. We're gonna eat on the outside projects today. Free money. That feels like more bad news. Well, the way gold and silver are gone, they're telling you all that you need to know about what's coming down the pike. No, he's not golden. Working on projects. Weather Channel says 88, and the lie detector says that's a lie. Fisher Paykel, max oven be 29,000, dual power. It's a kick butt range, Craig. It's a butt-kicking range. Won't be getting this thing. Hey, you got to put in something. You had to have actually done something in life to get it, I believe. I'm going to pull this out and give it another egg topping here. Be very careful here. Oh man, that looks, oh, I almost dropped it. That looks so beautiful. I'm going to hit it again. Oh, what a beautiful looking loaf. Woo! I'll tell you what, Chef's gonna hire me. Chef is gonna hire me. I'm a southerner too, Chef, if that counts for anything. Alright, back in the oven she goes. And we're gonna do the final 10-minute push-off. Give you guys a quick little peek there. Back in she goes. Oh, that looks good. Now I grabbed all the... Yeah, I'd still be stocking up on the essential thing. Let me see if I can turn this light off. Doesn't that look good? Look good. Might help it show up better when I'm showing it. I got too much... see something here. Bounce light. Yeah, cyanide cupcake. Why don't you head down the creek, give the local boys a treat. Yeah, it smells amazing. It's got that nice rounded, you know, it rises from the side on the bottom and comes up in the top. It almost looks like a oval shape. Looks good, doesn't it? It's a nice looking loaf. So I did the final coating of the, there's really nothing to clean up. I'm going to just wash this real quick with the egg and the pastry brush, and then I'm going to go out and check the mail real quick. I think I heard the mail dick show up, so that's good. I make Jewish challah bread from scratch. That's a good one. I've never made that before. I'd like to make that. Good. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh jeez. That's funny. Oh god, that's funny as hell. Squeezing bread. Alright, bear with me in a minute. I'm just going to run out front and see if I got anything in the mailbox. It's going to be a good one. I made a good one here. It's a good one. It's a good one. I can smell that egg sort of setting off there. Be right back. this kitchen smells good. Bean sprouts! How you doing? There's my daughter. Cheers to you, bean sprout. Oh my God, cyanide. It's one of my southern beauties there. I like men that can cook. Yeah. Okay, that pad's doing good. Rockin' Robin! Oh, thank you, sweetie. Good to see you. Harvey, don't be playing with anything in bed, okay? Let's give Harvey a big woo! Alright, we got less than 5 minutes. I hope this did a little something just to share some of the technique that I use in baking. That was the thing, not so much the basic recipe for the ciabatta, but the technique for getting it to be artisan. Yay, your 5th wheel's being delivered. Yay, all right. Yeah, Harvey was giving us a show. Happy for you, Bean. Very happy for you. You've been through hell. Okay, you're done and put away. Oh man, that's good. You beat me by about 3 minutes. Our 5th wheel has the front living room. That's nice. You can... Baking, 9th Element. Good to see you. Thank you. It's my usual. I think it's just the lighting is different. I think the lighting's different. Hey, Prepping. How are you? I'm fighting this window back here. Wants to blow out all the highlights on the thing, so it's bigger on camera. There you go. Yeah, Cece, I'm overdue for a nice bikini pic. Get in front of that mirror with your smartphone. Yeah, do a tea. Oh man, that loaf. Yep, that baby. About 2 more minutes and we are done. I want to get my rack, not this one, ready to go. Missed the buzzer by 2 minutes. Bread. It's a ciabatta bread. One of the flat Italian, aka the slipper. That's what ciabatta means in Italian, is slipper, right, Harvey? Oh yeah, I'll get something together. Woo! Let me lick the screen. Oh, Lord. Cut into the bread. I'm going to cut into the bread tonight. I'll show you tomorrow. So, all right, because it's got to cool down because it's still baking internally. That's good. All right. Let's turn the oven off. Off. That's a hot tamale. Oh yeah. There she is. Woo! There she is. It's browner than it looks, this camera. This white balance on this thing sucks. It's nice on the bottom. There it is. Yeah, that needs to be my thumbnail. There it is. Nice crust on the outside. I think that thing turned out beautifully. Put that on the rack. And call that a success. There it is down there. I did use the stone, yep. I used the stone. Got that nice ring. Yeah, it turned out good. Nice finish on it. Yeah, get busy on that spaghetti. Very happy about the way that turned out. Most happy to have you guys along this afternoon for a little bit of impromptu baking here. And as usual, I'm not going to just sign off right away. I'm going to just give you a 5-minute heads up. I got a few more things to do this afternoon, but did want to take time to knock out a loaf of bread that I could enjoy. I cut those lines with the knife beforehand. I scored the bread with that. No vodka. Hey, Skunk Day, how you doing? I don't have any. No, I don't have any vodka in here. Very happy about the way that that turned out. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Very appreciated. Everything's all cleaned up. So with that, I'm going to close it out, and I will see you guys this evening. Have a beer or two and just chill out, maybe on a Monday night. I'm going to go back and do a little editing for a couple hours on the travel video and get some dinner. So I will see you. We're going to do whiskey shots. Yeah. Bedtime. Good night, Karen. Thanks, guys, for being here, and I really appreciate that. And enjoy the rest of your day.